As I there's a our next door neighbor's dog is barking on the balcony right now. Sorry if you hear it right now. I have two rescue dogs, Blue and Kona, and I just love them so much. I'm pretty upset they aren't here with me. It was such a spontaneous thing signing for Tottenham that I wasn't able to get all the paperwork set up in time for them. So they're still in Florida.
How frustrating has it been not being able to get playing yet? In your mind, I'm guessing, is your mind sort of racing ahead of your body, desperately wanting to be on the pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. I really thought I was ready to go because I had been training at a really high level back in Florida on my own, but really nothing could replicate team training. You just can't replicate all the changes of direction, the amount of decelerations, and that puts a toll on your body, especially my body that's just gone through building and creating, growing a human. So I kind of had a little setback with my knee. It's nothing too serious, and I'm looking to get in team training. There's clear things you can do to help yourself get back, and there's little steps you can do even a week after giving birth, 2 weeks after giving birth. So I felt like I took the right steps, and I definitely want to be able to share that with teammates who decide in the future to have babies. But we had a pretty good team of mostly former soccer players that were all having babies around the same time as me. So we were on a group chat, and I think that helped. I have a plan to go back for the holidays, but you just don't know if I'm planning to continue on here or not. It all really depends on COVID. It depends on the NWSL as well and what their plans are for next season. So I feel like I'm taking it week by week right now. I think one thing that I know is I want to go home and introduce Charlie to my family because I've kind of snatched her away and took her to England with me, and so I would love to introduce her to all of her family and her cousins.
Before she sort of gets a London accent.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten her some new toys and stuff that sing, and they're all with the English accent. So I'm afraid her first word might be like mummy. So I don't know. We'll see.
Is there any sort of particular piece of advice you think you've passed on to any of the Spurs players, or any sort of particular things in your career you've spoken to them about that a teammate has actually said, "Oh wow, that was really great to know"?
Yeah, I think my mentality in general, just kind of that US mentality is like that you give 100% every single day. You show up and you get your work done. If you're showing up and you don't feel like training, you feel a little under the weather, or this or that, like it doesn't matter. Like you have to hold yourself accountable because your teammates are counting on you. And so I think like that sort of mentality I've been able to really pass on to some of my teammates because some of them, this is their first or second year in the first division, in like, yeah, first division professional league. So with that being said, I feel like with my experience, I've been able to just kind of like pass on regardless of if you're subbed earlier than you want to, or you're not starting, or you have a bad practice, or there's things that you feel like you did well, but the coach isn't relaying that. I think I've been able to share a little bit of advice here or there just to be able to stay together up here because that's so important in sports.
I mean, obviously you've spent so much time pushing and campaigning in the States on equal pay. How have you viewed the situation here, and has that been a conversation that's come up?
I think that there's always progress that needs to be made within the women's game, not only like for pay even, but just equality in terms of treatment, in terms of facilities, in terms of resources within the club. And so I'm definitely looking to make I'm always looking to make those better, and especially here at Tottenham, I know that this is only their second year in the WSL. So it's been a little bit of a transition, I think, for them from the second division to the first, but they're looking to get better and better both on the field and off the field, and I hope I can help with that as well.